Speaking of following a blueprint,
Mm-hmm.
one person who does not follow the blueprint is Snoop Dogg.
D-O double Jizzy. Listen, let me tell you something about Snoop.
Context first.
I don't know. I know they say context first, but this time I don't think we need. I don't think we need it. We'll circle back. Before I say what I got to, before we give context, I just want to say Snoop Dogg is one of those people who you name it, and he's either done it or he's going to do it. Okay. Oh my gosh, I think it would be cool to do a cooking show. Snoop Dogg had one. You know. Oh my gosh, I think it would be cool to be a rapper. Snoop Dogg was one. Is one.
Is.
I corrected it. Oh my gosh, I think it would be really cool to have a clothing line. Pretty sure Snoop had one.
Of course.
I just
Snoop Dogg clothing was big at one point.
right. I don't remember. I've got to be honest, but I assumed he had one. Um, it doesn't matter what it is. Why don't we get like an Olympic ambassador? Who do you think we could get? Snoop Dogg is available. I think. Let me talk to his publicist and let me see what's going on. Let me see if his manager is available for a chat. Do you think he would hold the torch?
Yes.
Absolutely. Listen, first of all, Snoop is. I don't know if he was supposed to be, but Snoop Dogg is the face of the Olympics. Okay? I don't know if they meant it that way. I don't know if that's what they thought was going to happen, but he has become the face of the Olympics. Do you know how many media outlets have sat down with him, have covered him over the last week for his involvement with the Olympics? I don't
I don't.
remember. I don't remember what media outlet it was, but there was one that said, Snoop, was it NBC? Might have been NBC. They said, Snoop, we heard that, you said if you went to France, you would want to meet a French bulldog. And he was like, I did say that. And they were like, we've got a French bulldog for you. It doesn't matter what he wants. He's going to get it. He was crip walking with the Olympic torch in his hand. And people were excited. People were excited.
Oh shit! All right,
I just,
I gotta go.
I think it's really cool that a legend like Snoop, a hip hop artist, a black man, a weed head, a grandpa. I think that it's
A
really
husband.
a husband. So he's so many things. I'm not trying to, diminish any of the other things that I did not say. But I think it's really cool his trajectory that he's had. You've never been able to put him in a box. He's
No,
always been someone who, I mean, I assume he's a cool person to be around because people seem to think he's very likable. I don't think he would get as far as he's gotten if he wasn't a likable person. People love Snoop Dogg, and I don't know how he became the darling of the Olympics, but I'm here for it. I'm okay with it. I think it's cool. I like that it's him. I feel like he's the right amount of everything, I think. He's not he's not unproblematic, and I think that's why it's kind of cool that he gets to do these really interesting things, these things that maybe we didn't think of, and then when it happens, we're like, oh, this kind of makes sense. You look so unenthused by all of this.
I don't think any of it makes sense. I think Snoop takes many jobs, many gigs, and many checks. I think Snoop is the most famous rapper of all time.
I agree
I
with that.
don't think people can dispute that. And no, maybe he's not a billionaire like some of the other ones, and maybe he's not in people's top 5, but I don't think that's Snoop's goal.
No.
I think Snoop is the most famous rapper of all time, and he chases checks. I think Snoop cares more about the dollar than most rappers do, because Snoop will do ice cream, Skechers, Martha Stewart, pun intended. Um, it doesn't matter. Snoop will take the money and do the thing, and he will do it well. He will do it to the best of his ability. He's not going to do like Quavo, take a $300,000 check and not show up. Shout out to Quavo for that if it's true. But Snoop will show up, do the job because of who Quavo did it to. We'll talk off top. But Snoop don't do that. Snoop is like, oh, we making ice cream? All right, I'm about to make ice cream and Crip Walk at the same time. And instead of putting a drizzle of of chocolate syrup, I'm gonna put a drizzle my nizzle for shizzle. And then that's gonna be the clip that goes viral because he's Snoop and he understands the power of celebrity.
And
So
he was
this is
wearing
not
his gold
surprising to
Skechers.
me.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say you mentioned Skechers, and he was absolutely wearing his gold Skechers to carry the
As he should.
torch.
As he should. Snoop is
He's
doing
a
his
walking
thing, and
endorsement.
that's my point. So none of this surprises me. It doesn't surprise me. I think it's funny that he's crip walking while holding the Olympic torch. That's funny and problematic at the same time. But listen, it's Snoop. Snoop is gonna do all of the things. You want me to race real Olympic runners? All right, I'll do it. What's the check? You want me to be the announcer? Okay, what is the check? And I think Snoop is really good at announcing. Another topic for another time. But it's not surprising to me. Snoop is the most famous rapper in the world. Yes,
Mhm.
he's a darling everywhere. So if they paid him the big bucks he deserves to do all this Olympic stuff, great, get the money. But am I surprised? No, not at all. Not even a little bit. Because that's what Snoop do. Everything. What does Snoop do? Everything.
Everything.
Does it make sense? No. No, it doesn't. It does not make sense because I don't know what Snoop Dogg's brand is today. And I think that's one of the beautiful things.
Yeah.
Here comes this gangster rapper who was on trial for murder. And he's got ice cream and Skechers and he's crip walking during the Olympics and he's just the greatest of all time when it comes to using your celebrity to garnish money. I think Snoop don't give a fuck. He just like, all right, let's have fun. I'm gonna get high, I'm gonna have fun, and I'm gonna get paid to do it. Wherever that takes me, cool. And this is not a knock. I'm not hating. I'm just saying I'm not surprised because this is his style. I don't know if maybe some people feel like I'm hating. I think Snoop is the man, but I'm just not surprised when these things happen.
I think he's great. I think he's endearing. Um, like I said, I feel like he's got to be somebody that people want to work with because you can
Yeah.
you can collect all the checks, but if they don't want to work with you, they won't. So I feel like
Well, I didn't disagree with that. Yeah, I agree.
I know, but I'm just saying.
People have said many celebrities from different places, like actors, musicians, all types of people have said Snoop's energy is infectious.
And he shares his weed.
Got no data on that, but I believe it.
I mean, if you look up stories about like when people met Snoop, even Oprah has a story about how he offered her weed. He was either Oprah or Gail.